A person of lesser strength is receiving better treatment than you. And it's not due to their superior intelligence. It isn't due to their greater strength. They stride with an air of belonging. They converse as if they are entitled to it. They have perfected the craft of psychological gravity, while you linger, seeking the approval to embrace your own power. Allow that to resonate. The universe remains indifferent to your gifts. Your kind heart goes unrecognized. It reacts to your essence, your aura, your unwavering confidence. Because individuals fail to perceive you as you truly are. Your presentation shapes their perception of you. Should you carry yourself as one seeking validation, you will inevitably be regarded as inconsequential. Yet, there lies a twist in the tale. You were not destined to follow orders. You were destined to lead. To achieve that, additional noise is unnecessary. One must cultivate greater mastery, embrace deeper stillness, and practice the art of strategic silence. It is essential to shed the version of yourself that seeks forgiveness for simply being and embrace the one who enters spaces with silent confidence. This is not a matter of arrogance. It's not a matter of pretense. It is a journey of reclaiming the power that was taken from you in your youth, a time when you were unprepared to resist. The most perilous form of confidence is the one that remains unspoken. It does not seek validation. It seeks no validation. It simply exists. Many hold the conviction that authority resides with the most boisterous presence in the space, the one adorned with titles, cloaked in status, and draped in wealth. Yet, that is a falsehood we've been nourished with since our earliest days, a narrative that confines us to a diminished existence. Here lies the truth. Power is not bestowed. It is understood. Perception is not constructed from mere facts. It is constructed upon signals, indicators of the mind. We inhabit a realm defined by superficial perceptions. Your resume often goes unread by many. Your posture speaks volumes. Your credentials remain unexamined. Your energy is subject to analysis. And if your energy whispers, "I hope I am sufficient," it has already been determined that you are not. Let's speak candidly. You have encountered individuals whose intellect does not quite match your own. Not as seasoned as you, significantly less disciplined than you. And yet, they evoke a greater sense of reverence. What is the reason behind this? For they grasp the art of being present. This is not a matter of pretending to be confident. It revolves around eliminating the actions that betray a sense of insecurity. It revolves around achieving such a profound sense of inner stability that your presence resonates the moment you step into a space. Such is the essence of quiet confidence. That is the essence of inner strength. That is emotional intelligence at work. The intricate dynamics of perceived power in psychology. Let us dissect this matter through a scientific lens. Within each human encounter, an unspoken negotiation unfolds beneath the surface of our dialogue, a query that lingers in the minds of many, unspoken yet profound. Who holds the prevailing energy in this space? Unbeknownst to many, a silent signal of submission is being projected by most individuals. They chuckle with an eagerness that seems almost hasty. They tend to provide excessive detail. They steer clear of meeting one's gaze. Apologies spill forth unbidden, even when no one has sought them. They adorn themselves not for the sake of expression. Yet, in their quest for acceptance, they hasten their words, wishing for acceptance rather than being perceived as sluggish, with the desire to resonate. This conduct might appear innocuous. In the realm of psychology, this phenomenon is referred to as submissive signaling. It conditions others to perceive you as an afterthought. Once they position you beneath them, your status as a leader will forever be obscured in their eyes. The snare of skillfulness. This is where the peril escalates further. Individuals of great capability frequently hold the conviction that mere proficiency suffices. They believe that through sheer effort, recognition will inevitably follow. If I simply maintain my integrity, respect will follow. Yet, skill devoid of presence remains unseen. You transform into the diligent, unappreciated, quiet success story. You find yourself cast as the supporting role in another's narrative, never stepping into the spotlight of your own tale. Stoicism imparts the wisdom of not merely managing our emotions, but also embracing our stance in life. To occupy space not with arrogance, but with purpose, for power, devoid of embodiment, remains merely potential energy, always in motion. The transition from pursuing validation to cultivating esteem. A profound transformation takes place when one ceases to chase validation and begins to assert authority. Your words do not convey it. Your gait reveals it. It resides within your quietude. It is within your power to cease diminishing yourself merely to maintain the comfort of others. When you cease to apologize for your strength, a transformation occurs within your energy. When you cease to temper your voice in an effort to sidestep tension, your presence becomes more substantial. There's no need to elevate your tone. One must simply elevate their expectations. Elevate your sense of self-worth. Elevate your mental stance. Energy is not something you pursue. You transform into the very essence of gravity. This is not a matter of lacking kindness. This is a discourse on the essence of unwavering strength. You have transcended the need for approval. You craft the very fabric of existence. And that transforms the way individuals regard you indefinitely. Concluding observation. The most profound deception lies in the belief that power is reserved for the select few. Power resides with those who have ceased to ask for permission to embrace their strength. Your presence is not merely a request. Your identity is not up for debate. Your voice, even when unspoken, holds the power to command more respect than 1,000 hollow words. This marks the dawn of psychological sovereignty. It all begins with a single choice. I shall no longer tread the path of a servant in a realm where I was destined to command. A version of you exists, shaped by the world to embrace obedience. It unfolded gradually, piece by piece. It began in the most unassuming manner. Silence was demanded of you when your honesty unsettled those around you. Consequences befell you when you dared to challenge those in power. Your pain went unnoticed when you reached out, and rewarded for your silence. Thus, you conformed not to reality, but to the instinct of endurance. The essence of that version of you, the inner servant, remains ever present. And here lies the harsh reality. No longer must you endure the weight of others' oppression. For that version of you is already fulfilling the role. The intricate dynamics of conditioned acquiescence. The humility you speak of is frequently a product of psychological conditioning. What you perceive as kindness may, at times, be a facade for suppressed anger. What you perceive as patience might merely be fear cloaked in a different guise. Apprehension of exposure. Apprehension of facing rejection. Apprehension about letting down those who fail to appreciate your worth. The essence of the servant identity flourishes in this manner. It employs lofty language to obscure the fundamental hurt. I find it hard to accept that I have the right to occupy space. Let us clarify. Emotional intelligence transcends mere niceness. It revolves around recognizing your habits and dismantling those that undermine your autonomy. The servant pattern stands as one of the most profound. The perpetual quest for approval. You might be operating at a high level of capability. Success may be within your reach. Yet, should you find yourself compelled to justify your decisions to those who have not proven themselves worthy of your confidence, if you continue to diminish your power in relationships merely to maintain harmony, should you continue to seek applause prior to taking action, with audacity, in that moment, the servant retains the upper hand. The servant does not define your essence. It is the essence of your transformation, a response to those unable to bear the weight of your strength. Yet, survival has ceased to be the ultimate aim. Your sights are set on achieving self-mastery. This signifies a definitive severance from the compliant version of yourself. How to vanquish the inner servant. Rituals do not exist. Without ceremony, what remains is the choice made and the commitment to see it through. Here is the method to deconstruct the servant mindset. 1. Take back your time. Begin to decline without offering any justification. Cease the tendency to elaborate excessively on your whereabouts or activities. When an individual believes they have the right to intrude upon your existence, take a moment to inquire. Have I instilled in them the understanding that true inner strength starts with taking back their time? 2. Free yourself from the need for validation. The inner servant within you craves admiration. Overcome the dependency by engaging in actions solely because they resonate with your utmost ideals, not out of a desire to dazzle anyone. When you cease the pursuit of admiration, you ascend to a realm beyond reach. 3. Cease the bargaining of your essence. Maintain your tone with strength and clarity. There's no need to dilute it for the sake of gentleness. Avoid feigning agreement merely to sidestep discomfort. The instant you compromise your authenticity for the sake of acceptance, your nervous system is conditioned to dread authenticity. The dread serves as the tether that sustains the servant's existence. 4. Advance quietly. Refrain from proclaiming your progress. Do not feel the need to explain your boundaries. The more you quietly elevate your existence, the diminished energy available for the servant to draw upon. The servant yearns for affirmation. Deprive it, a moment of revelation. On a certain day, as you step into the room, a realization washes over you. You have ceased seeking approval to embrace your true self. Not of kin, not from those who love, not from longtime companions, not even from the part of you that trembles at the thought of losing them. In that fleeting instant, a primal force will awaken deep inside you, a tranquility that requires no justification, a clarity that seeks no recognition, a presence that stands unwavering in the face of misunderstanding. That is not hubris. Sovereignty, indeed, embodies the essence of autonomy and self-governance. That embodies the essence of self-mastery. Such is the serene assurance grounded in a profound spiritual practice. The ultimate reality. The world persistently urges you to shrink, aware of the formidable power you wield when fully conscious. The inner servant stands as their final bastion of protection. Eliminate it. Embrace the sorrow. Enter it. For every instance you express regret for your brilliance, you forsake the essence of yourself that was destined to guide. A quiet deception weaves through the fabric of many lives. Should I conduct myself appropriately, respect will be afforded to me. Yet, Stoics and all exceptional achievers possess a deeper understanding. Respect is not a currency acquired through one's achievements. It is an essence that you emanate with your very being. That energy is not derived from the desire to please others. It arises from a deep-seated sense of self-governance. The artist in contrast to the leader. Let us dissect this matter. The performer enters the room, surveying the atmosphere for unspoken expectations. What is it that they wish to hear from me? What course of action should I take? Which iteration of myself is deemed most acceptable? The commander enters the familiar room, conveying a wordless communication that hangs in the air. This is my essence. Embrace it, or perhaps let it be. In any case, I remain steadfast, but there's a twist. The performer will be overlooked by the audience. Yet, they will find themselves driven to answer the call of the commander. What is the reason behind this? The performer seeks validation. The commander exudes an air of unwavering confidence. In a realm teeming with uncertain thoughts, certainty draws us in like a powerful force. Emotional intelligence transcends mere niceness. It is a matter of strategy. Many individuals confuse emotional intelligence with mere niceness. They believe that by being calm, agreeable, and polite, they will earn respect. Yet, Stoicism unveils a profound truth. Genuine emotional intelligence lies in recognizing the moments when silence conveys more than mere charm ever could. In moments of quietude, where silence speaks volumes, the artist seeks to garner admiration through the eloquence of their speech. The commander embodies an aura of calm, a steady and composed presence that remains unshaken, unhurried, and unyielding. As you move through life in harmony with your principles, others can sense it. They may not harbor any fondness for you, yet they will undoubtedly acknowledge the power that emanates from your very being. At times, that holds greater strength than mere popularity. The snare of looking outward. When one concentrates on performance, the world transforms into a grand stage. Your career, your relationships, even your healing. These become a matter of managing your image rather than mastering your mind. One exists on the precipice, yearning to prove their worth. Yet, one fails to recognize that the audience remains oblivious, ensnared in the drama of their own lives. Such is the harsh twist of fate. The more you showcase your talents, the less genuine admiration you garner. People place their trust not in actors, but in anchors, those who embody a quiet confidence and possess emotional clarity. Cease the pretense. Enhance the atmosphere. Here's what it requires to cease the act of performing. 1. Transition from mere impression to purposeful intention. Rather than pondering, how do I appear? Inquire within. What is it that I seek to bring into existence in this space? When you guide with intention, the need for performance diminishes. 2. Embrace the power of silence with intention. There's no necessity to saturate the space with conversation. Employ silence as a tool to build tension. Allow others to draw closer. Allow your tranquility to compel them to attune to your rhythm. 3. Maintain eye contact. No explanation provided. Cultivate the ability to remain present, allowing silence to unfold naturally. Provide an excessive amount of detail, or provide a rationale. Unflinching eye contact serves as a psychological tactic that many find challenging to endure. 4. Center yourself before you utter a word. Ground your breath before you take action. Align your position at the center. The tranquility of your nervous system exudes a new kind of charisma, a profound truth that resonates deeply. Ultimately, here lies the paradox. The more you relinquish the pursuit of respect, the more you transform into an undeniable presence. Respect is not a prize to be won or displayed like a trophy. It is akin to a frequency that you emanate. When your frequency transitions from seeking to knowing, from performance to presence, from noise to silence, you find that respect is no longer merely given. It becomes an inherent part of your existence. You wield it with authority. It is here that genuine confidence takes root. Some individuals possess an innate ability to enter a room and transform its very essence, while others may raise their voices yet remain in the shadows, unnoticed. It transcends mere volume. It transcends mere beauty. It transcends mere status. It revolves around the concept of territory and the belief in one's rightful place, the moment you truly claim your own space. An inexplicable event unfolds. Your energy speaks volumes, resonating with others long before you utter a single word. Let us delve into that. Realm of the mind. The Stoic notion of inner sovereignty. Each room possesses a duality of layers, the tangible realm and the realm of the mind. One may step into a meeting room and take a seat at the table. However, if your mindset conveys that you do not belong, you have relinquished the unseen foundation beneath you. The Stoics grasped this concept profoundly. While you cannot dictate the external circumstances, you possess the power to determine your presence in the arena. The essence of that inner strength dictates who truly holds sway over the psychological landscape, rather than merely who initiates the conversation, or who possesses the greatest qualifications. Energy is an unwavering truth. Human beings are inherently emotional, often masking their true feelings with a facade of logic. Thus, the essence of presence resonates more profoundly than words ever could. The journey of your steps, the way you carry yourself, the essence of your breath, the gaze you offer, your tranquility, the elements convey a distinct message. I am not here to engage in competition. I have arrived to seize what rightfully belongs to me. This is not arrogance. Alignment occurs when your nervous system, self-image, and purpose harmoniously resonate with one another. Such is the essence of quiet confidence. Ironically, the more subdued the confidence, the more resounding the impact. The mastery of oneself cultivates a sense of spatial authority. Individuals instinctively sense the distinction between a person who is anchored and one who is adrift, between an individual who guides with a serene inner strength and one who acts out of a place of uncertainty. Here lies the Stoic insight. To conquer others is to wield true power. True power lies in the mastery of oneself. Lao Tzu, when your emotions are balanced, your intentions are transparent, and your silence feels at ease, you command the psychological realm. As the majority of individuals are not engaged in conflicts with one another, they are engaged in a struggle within. In the absence of that inner conflict, you emanate a tranquility that disrupts the tumultuous, asserting your presence without uttering a single syllable. The instruments of strategy. One does not require volume to wield strength. Precision is essential. Here are 5 psychological tools to command any room with quiet confidence. Entrance framing. 1. Upon entering a room, take a moment to inhale deeply. Take your time. Allow the atmosphere to absorb your presence before uttering a word. Claim your entrance as a choice, not a mere response. 2. An authoritative silence. Fidgeting betrays a sense of unease. In the quiet, one can sense the essence of being. Carry yourself with a graceful efficiency of movement. Ensure that each action is deliberate. Stillness is not a passive state. It possesses great strength. 3. Soften your voice and take your time. Slower tones are instinctively perceived as authoritative. Refrain from uttering words merely to occupy the quiet. Articulate to shape it. Allow your voice to resonate with precision, steady, and intentional. 4. Postponed responses. When faced with a challenge, resist the urge to respond immediately. Inhale deeply. Allow them to linger in anticipation. The pause breeds unease. Yet within that interval, you seize the reins of authority. 5. Gaze unwavering and unapologetic. Refrain from issuing a challenge. Refrain from submitting. Simply wait. Allow your eyes to convey, I acknowledge your presence, yet remain unmoved by your essence. The delicate equilibrium of presence, devoid of aggression, exemplifies the pinnacle of self-regulation. Your essence in quiet moments is what resonates with them. Words can be easily fabricated. One can practice them, refine them, and share them with the world online. Yet, presence is something that cannot be feigned. It emerges from the depths of your inner harmony, reflecting your values, your clarity, and your sense of purpose. True power resonates with a sense of the spiritual, for it embodies that essence. When you bring that kind of stillness into a chaotic world, you don't merely enter rooms, you transform them. The concluding principle. Here lies the Stoic twist. Do not pursue the validation of the space around you. Establish yourself as the cornerstone of the space. Your role is not to seek the approval of others. Your role is to embody a tranquility so profound, a focus so unwavering, and a precision so exact that those around you naturally realign themselves in your presence. That is not mere noise. That is not a matter of ego. That is the weight of the mind. Once you truly embody that essence, the pursuit of respect becomes unnecessary. In a world where voices rise in a cacophony, you transform into the very essence of the surroundings that dictate the narrative. Those who speak softly yet assuredly are the ones who genuinely capture the spotlight. Yet, there lies an unsettling reality. One cannot feign authority when one's very nervous system is attuned to submission. Regardless of how eloquently your words may flow, if your energy conveys a plea for acceptance, the world will likely reply with a hesitant, perhaps another time. What truly undermines presence? Your confidence is not the issue at hand. It's the subtle aura you possess, often unnoticed by your own awareness. Let us dissect it thoroughly before we bring it to its end. The essence of timid energy, a true reflection of its nature. Timid energy does not always manifest as soft-spoken or shy. At times, it manifests as an excess of explanation, an incessant need to justify one's decisions, a nervous chuckle when quiet would be more fitting, an apology for one's viewpoints, a tendency to avert one's gaze when confronted, a voice that climbs in pitch under stress, and a restless fidgeting when others dominate the conversation. Each of these points to a singular truth. Your power has been relinquished to others, not merely directed at a single individual, but rather encompassing the entire room, the prevailing culture, and the desire for validation from others. As a consequence, your presence fades into the background, easily overlooked. Your worth is not in question. Rather, it is your own refusal to acknowledge it that has obscured it from the view of others. The Stoic resolve to claim your space from within. Marcus Aurelius once remarked that the approval of others is a capricious matter. Your obligation is not to conquer it, but to transcend the desire for it. The essence of quiet confidence resides there. True confidence does not inquire, "Do they appreciate me?" It proclaims, "Am I in harmony with my truest self?" Timid energy fades the instant you cease seeking approval to embrace your own validity. Establish psychological boundaries within your inner conversation. Above all, prioritize clarity over comfort, seeking practical methods to transform your energy. Let us transform this into something tangible. Here are 5 instruments to unravel the timid energy residing within your nervous system. Begin by speaking less, yet infusing your words with greater significance. Cultivate the ability to embrace silence for longer than the average person can endure. When you choose to speak, do so with intention, even if it's merely 5 words. Allow your beliefs to resonate in the quiet moments, rather than seeking the approval of others. Maintain eye contact even when it feels uncomfortable. Observe, grasp, inhale. Allow others to witness your tranquility rather than your frantic efforts. When you cease to flinch in the presence of intensity, you convey a powerful message. I am not here to be merely tolerated. I stand ready to make my presence known. 3. Abandon the habit of apologizing. Cease the habit of offering apologies when you have done nothing wrong. My apologies for my tardiness. I appreciate your patience. I'm uncertain if this resonates. Allow me to share my viewpoint. The essence of language molds existence, and in turn, existence molds authority. 4. Refine your posture. The manner in which you carry your spine influences the tone others adopt in your presence. Align your spine. Unveil your heart. Embrace the expanse without diminishing. It is fundamental, and it is effective. Remove unnecessary nervous fillers. Capture your voice in a recording. Eliminate every instance of like, you know, I believe. Substitute them with quietude. When wielded with intention, silence surpasses the might of any written word. Energy reflects our essence. The energy you project is the energy you receive in return. This is the aspect that often eludes the majority. Individuals often fail to accord you the respect and consideration you rightfully merit. Your energy dictates how they choose to treat you. Entering with a sense of inner peace, emotional intelligence, and a quiet conviction evokes a primal respect that arises naturally, without the need for assertion. Entering with a desire for validation often leads to mere acceptance. When you stride in with confidence, you command respect. The minds of exceptional performance. Timid energy transcends mere personal frailty. It poses a risk in execution, in commerce, in guidance. For the uncertain are seldom followed. One seldom pays the true cost for what is undervalued. What is perpetually explained holds little value in the eyes of others. To reach your fullest potential, it is essential to cultivate a bond with discomfort so profound that you would choose to be misinterpreted over remaining unseen. That is the essence of self-mastery. In conclusion, refrain from seeking validation in earnestness. Act as if you have already arrived. One need not raise their voice to capture attention. There is no need to demonstrate your worthiness of respect. However, it is essential to cease the negotiation of your existence. For the world yields to those who stride with a sense of belonging, amidst a society ensnared by the clamor of existence. He who commands silence etches himself into memory, for therein lies the paradox. The more you articulate, the more others tend to overlook the essence of your message. As you speak less and refine your energy with precision, you draw others closer, inviting their attention and engagement. This is not a matter of manipulation. The focus lies in the realm of psychological strategy. It revolves around the art of mastering the often overlooked instrument of the Stoics, intentional silence. Silence often evokes discomfort, yet it wields an undeniable authority. Many individuals express themselves driven by a sense of unease. They converse to bridge the silence, to prevent unease, to manage the way they are viewed. Yet, what Stoicism imparts is this: those who utter words to escape the weight of silence are governed by their own fears. He who speaks with the gravity of his words is governed by mastery. In the stillness, the true power dynamics come to light. It compels you and those in your vicinity to confront the reality. Yet, the majority of individuals find themselves ill-equipped to manage such a reality. Consider the psychological strategy behind silence and what it communicates to others when you opt for non-reaction, not to provide justification. There's no need to justify yourself excessively. A potent chain reaction is set off within the minds of those around you. 1. Why do they remain unyielding? 2. Could they possess greater power than I had imagined? 3. What secrets do they hold that remain hidden from me? Here lies a serene assurance in action. It lacks volume. It isn't a matter of arrogance. It is deeply anchored in emotional intelligence and the strength that resides within. You are beyond the reach of the narcissist's manipulation. The counterfeit alpha cannot shake your resolve. The uncertain throng cannot confine your essence. Your serene presence interrupts their mental narrative. When should one embrace the power of strategic silence? Here are 4 powerful instances when silence transforms into your greatest strength. 1. Following an instance of disrespect directed towards you. Rather than responding in kind, take a moment to observe. Your silence reflects their essence. Believe me, the majority of individuals find it difficult to endure the sight of their own reflection. Your silence speaks volumes, overshadowing their insult. 2. Amidst the throes of negotiation, those who find silence unsettling tend to fill the air with their words. Those who have mastered the art of silence possess the uncanny ability to draw out the truths of others. In moments of stillness, as you allow them to fidget and writhe, you acquire an advantage effortlessly. 3. In moments of being love-bombed or manipulated, remaining silent is not a sign of weakness. It embodies a profound understanding of the mind. By refraining from indulging their ego and avoiding the pursuit of validation, you preserve mastery over the emotional interplay. 4. Once you've turned your back, closure becomes unnecessary. The final word is unnecessary. Your spiritual practice serves as your resolution. Your silence speaks volumes, conveying that you have nothing to prove and nothing left to lose. In the stillness, one discovers a reservoir of strength, yet this awakening is contingent upon a firm foundation. Let us clarify. Silence, when born of fear, lacks true strength. Genuine strategic silence emerges from a deep understanding of one's identity and the principles one upholds. It arises from possessing psychological boundaries that remain unbreachable, embracing your instincts rather than rationalizing them into oblivion. Embracing the notion that others may misinterpret your work, for the significance of your creation far outweighs their perceptions. This represents the essence of mastering oneself. This serves as the bedrock of an exceptional mindset geared for peak performance. The silent energy feedback loop unfolds in stillness. They begin to ponder. What many fail to recognize is this: your silence does not signify their victory. You have chosen to withdraw from a game that was never fair to begin with. As you step away from that emotional battlefield, they are left to contend with their own inner struggles. The conversation echoes once more. They seek the significance hidden within your silence. They ponder the nature of a person capable of departing without a hint of hesitation. And the answer is the individual they will always remember. Establishing a daily practice to incorporate intentional silence into your life. Desire to nurture a form of unwavering vitality. Engage in a daily ritual of 10 minutes of silent observation each morning. Observe without bias. Fortify your ability to remain emotionally detached. Before you utter a word, consider, is this truly beneficial? Is it truly essential? Is it prudent? Document your triggers. In what circumstances do you find yourself elaborating excessively or responding strongly? Take back what is rightfully yours. Embrace tranquility amidst the storm. When faced with provocation, take a moment to breathe. Remain silent, and let a smile grace your lips. In a world that thrives on reaction, your tranquility becomes a formidable weapon. And you, my dear companion, are slipping into a state of unsettling tranquility. Have you ever entered a room and, without uttering a single word, someone effortlessly commanded respect? They refrained from boasting. They refrained from posturing. They refrained from seeking attention. Yet, they captured the attention of all. All made their adjustments. That lacks charisma. That lacks charm. That is what we refer to as a serene assurance. The existence of an individual who bears no need for validation, having already established their worth within their own heart and mind. Genuine confidence whispers. It resonates within. Many individuals mistakenly equate confidence with loudness. Yet, confidence is not measured by the volume of your voice. It's the minimal amount of validation one requires. True confidence speaks in whispers. It requires no platform. It requires no applause. It emanates from a core strength. having battled through internal conflicts. And one, it arises from the understanding that you are not meant for everyone. One does not pursue that which is out of harmony. One may choose to depart, never glancing behind. That particular energy is sensed by people long before they can fully comprehend it. At the core of true presence lies the art of self-mastery. Presence cannot be feigned. Individuals can perceive the depths of your inner being. They can sense when you embrace the possibility of being misinterpreted. You do not crave attention to affirm your worth. You aren't covertly putting on a show to gain approval. Upon achieving self-mastery, after shedding the layers of insecurity, emotional baggage, and performative tendencies, what remains is an essence of pure presence. There is no tension. There is no need for proof. Power has been grounded. Monks, enveloped in silence, wield a profound influence that often surpasses the clamor of men in suits. This is the reason Marcus Aurelius refrained from raising his voice. His silence bore the burden of a kingdom. 3 psychological cues that render your presence unmistakable. First, deliberate motion. Those who possess confidence do not hurry. Each step, each fleeting gaze, each breath purposeful. 2. Consistent gaze. It's not a confrontation of gazes, not fear-inducing. Merely the tranquility of an individual unbothered by the need for your approval, your truth alone. 3. Stable stance, not inflated. Upright. Yet, it remains centered, grounded. A tangible representation of emotional intelligence. These signals are not mere illusions. These are the signs of an individual who has engaged in profound self-reflection. The transfer of energy. Their perception of you. There's no need to promote your worth. There is no need to plead for recognition. When your energy finds its harmony, when your thoughts are unclouded, your boundaries stand firm. Your purpose is now defined. Your presence evokes a palpable sensation in others. The secret lies here. Your entrance isn't meant to dazzle them. You enter, taking in the room with keen perception. As you step inside, you carry the strength to depart should it fail to resonate with your essence. That alters the entire landscape. The transition from I hope. They appreciate it when I coo, provided I show them respect. Here is the moment when psychological power shifts dramatically, when you embody a serene assurance. You do not linger for recognition. It is filtered by you. Approval is not something you pursue. You evaluate values. One does not inquire, do they have feelings for me? Inquire away. Do I hold in high regard the way they treat others? This mindset is deadly, not to others, yet to the former version of yourself that continually diminished in the pursuit of affection. Now you enter with a sense of tranquility within, devotion to spiritual practice, and a calculated distance. You fail to deliver. You are meant to be here. Engage in daily rituals to enhance your visibility, to nurture that unseen assurance. Each day, take 5 minutes to immerse yourself in the stillness of silence through meditation. Fortify the response of your nervous system to moments of tranquility. Recite this mantra prior to entering any space. I choose not to. Strive to captivate. I yearn for connection, or depart with tranquility. Watch with an open mind. The deeper your engagement with those around you, the deeper their sense of stability becomes in your company. Within the enigma of subtle strength lies a profound truth. The more you fade into the background, the more indelible your presence becomes. For it is the emotions they carry with them, long after your words have faded, that will linger, the sense of safety they found in your presence. Confronted and completely alert, unshakable confidence cannot be feigned. Not through garments, not through the means of currency, not with witty phrases. True confidence is not a garment you don. It emanates from within. It is a reward that must be earned. The true battlefield lies within. True strength is crafted in quietude. True confidence is not born from the praise of others. It arises from the nights spent weeping in quietude, yet remaining unbroken. In those moments when you found yourself without anyone to offer reassurance, you stood tall regardless. Amidst the unseen struggles, you persevered, undeterred by the silence of the world around you. This is the battle within, the one that exists within you, filled with uncertainty, and the you that understands. This war is shunned by the majority. They rush headlong into distraction, in the direction of clamor. They peruse, they publish, they deliver. Yet you delve deep within. You embraced spiritual discipline, opting for depth over fleeting distractions. It was at that moment that the metamorphosis commenced. Emotional intelligence serves as your weapon. The most profound triumphs are not against others. They've surpassed your own responses. When someone shows you disrespect and you remain unfazed. In moments of skepticism, when others cast their doubts, you choose to let the quiet speak on your behalf. When emotions swell and you take command of them rather than allowing them to take command of you. This is emotional intelligence at work. Not mere speculation, not quotes, yet power. In the moment, Stoicism does not instruct one to embrace numbness. It imparts the wisdom of tranquility, for you have weathered far more tumultuous tempests within the depths of your own spirit. And you endured. Eliminate the falsehoods that undermine your strength. All the falsehoods surrounding confidence must be laid to rest. The desire for universal approval is a compelling force. To be soft-spoken is to be perceived as weak. That humility signifies a retreat into oneself. That self-doubt lingers indefinitely. These are not verities. These are mental snares that confine you, allowing others to remain at ease. True confidence involves shedding the conditioned self that was taught to comply and reconstructing the iteration that emerged to guide from the depths of its essence, creating a fire in silence. True warriors remain silent in the heat of battle. They glide with purpose. For the battle they engage in, the victory has already been claimed within. That embodies the essence of quiet confidence, the radiant aftermath of a triumphant spirit. Each dawn, you awaken, unaccompanied by the need for recognition. You emerge victorious. Each time you express yourself, let it be with honesty. Not to seek your admiration, but to achieve victory. Each time you turn away rather than pleading for recognition, you emerge victorious. Such a victory ignites an inner flame, one so intense that it never extinguishes. It transforms into your quiet strength, the stillness of your presence. A daily ritual of inner conflict to fortify your core. Desire unwavering confidence. Cease the pursuit of approval. Begin to cultivate your mental stance. Allow me to present a simple 3-step ritual that you can embrace each day. Chili. Contemplation. 5 minutes each day. Contemplate this. Which fear seeks to dominate my thoughts today? Identify it. Remove its strength. Training in the art of Stoic response. When someone provokes a reaction in you, take a moment to pause. Refrain from responding. Whisper softly, "This is a lesson in progress," and let a smile grace your lips. 3. Chronicle of the day's battles. Document each instance where you stood firm, each moment you embraced your truth. Your scoreboard stands before you. It remains steadfast in its truth. Stoicism embodies the mastery of unseen strength. Many believe that dominance is synonymous with volume. Yet, within the realm of Stoic philosophy, the essence of dominance remains unseen. It is the craft of staying grounded while the world around you trembles. It is the capacity to witness without internalizing. It is becoming unattainable, not due to your struggles, but because there remains nothing within you to be influenced. Your desire is to cultivate a fierce and unwavering confidence. Cease the endless performance of your value for the gaze of others, and demonstrate it to the sole arbiter that holds significance, your own reflection. The individual reflected back at you. If they hold you in esteem, the world will undoubtedly take notice. There is no need to elevate your voice to ensure your words resonate. There is no need to demonstrate your worth to earn respect. There is no need to diminish your expectations merely to retain someone's presence in your life. In a realm where clamor is mistaken for strength, your quietude transforms into a formidable psychological tool. The art of remaining unperturbed. Individuals with emotional intelligence are not removed or distant. They exhibit a discerning nature. They have cultivated a remarkable resilience, learning to remain unresponsive to each affront that comes their way, each thrust, each veiled remark dripping with subtle hostility. What is the reason behind this? For they grasp a vital truth. Attention wields immense power. When you relinquish it without thought, you forfeit your advantage. When you remain unflinching, offer no explanations, and refrain from overreacting, you are not exhibiting passivity. Your presence fills the space, exerting an undeniable influence without the need for speech. This embodies the essence of Stoicism. You stand unmoved as the world quakes around you. There is a certain reverence for that which lies beyond our grasp. It is the essence of humanity. Individuals push your limits not out of disdain, but rather to gauge the extent of your endurance as you clarify, rationalize, plead, or contend. The greater the control you relinquish to them. Yet, when you steadfastly maintain your stance, allowing your no to resonate without compromise, a transformation occurs. They embark on a journey of recalibration. They come to understand that this individual is not someone to be trifled with. That serene lucidity, that steadfast composure, it commands reverence. Instinctively, even from those who may envy or fear you, establish the atmosphere through your presence rather than mere performance. There is no necessity to persuade others of your worth. Walk as if you possess the knowledge already, and it will resonate with them. The way you carry yourself speaks volumes. The gaze you offer, the manner in which you hesitate before uttering a word, the manner in which you allow conversation to flow naturally. Your ability to embrace silence without haste is remarkable. These are not mere tricks. They are signals, psychological cues that indicate your connection to your inner strength. Individuals tend to hold presence in higher regard than mere performance. They might cheer for the clamor, yet they yield to the quietude. Do not pursue the validation that was never essential to you. Your existence is not meant to be a plea for validation from others. That is a snare devised by those who wish to keep you diminished. In the pursuit of validation, one relinquishes the authority to others, allowing them to shape one's identity. By withholding it, you seize that power once more. You desire a shift in how others perceive and interact with you. Cease the pursuit of approval. Begin with clarity. Clarify your boundaries regarding what you will accept. Be explicit about what you choose to leave behind. Articulate your principles with clarity, allowing your actions to embody and uphold them. There is no need for aggression. No explanation is necessary. Simply remain quiet. Indeed, and inaccessible to anything that falls short of your esteemed stature. The essence of true strength. There exists an undeniable allure in a person who remains unyielding. A person who refrains from engaging in idle chatter about others, refrains from divulging too much, does not pursue, remains composed in the face of misunderstanding. For they possess knowledge that eludes the grasp of many. They understand that their time is precious, their tranquility is invaluable, and their energy is not for lease. This is not a display of arrogance. It's not about pride. It is a harmonious blend of spiritual discipline and psychological boundaries. Such a combination is indeed a rarity. That is the reason it holds the room in quiet authority. Teach the world anew to perceive your essence. You showed others how to perceive you when you endured excessively, when you agreed to what you despised, when you elaborated excessively to those who were indifferent, when you continued to be present for those who would remain oblivious to your absence. Now, you refine them with your absence, in light of your updated criteria, with your serene boundaries, with your capacity to step back, not as a form of retribution, but as a means to safeguard your self-esteem. Your soul is no longer up for grabs. You were overlooked. You have been dismissed. Spoke of you in spaces where your presence was absent. Yet, there lies the paradox. When you cease to crave their gaze, you transform into a memory that lingers. Cease your search. Begin your ascent. True power is not derived from visibility. True power emerges from a deep understanding of oneself and the courage to embody that realization. Many individuals pursue validation from others, as they have yet to experience it within themselves. True self-mastery emerges when you cease seeking attention and instead focus on creating something that cannot be overlooked. Your confidence stands strong, independent of any onlookers. Consistency is essential. You publicly shed the skin of your former self. Transforming into an individual they cannot overlook transcends the realm of vengeance. It concerns the journey of transformation. Your transformation is not something you announce with a shout. Your gait has a unique quality. Your movements are distinct. Your presence shifts, and they sense it even before they grasp its meaning. The individuals who once derided you will find themselves at a loss for words. Those who failed to see your potential will not be able to identify you now. Those who sought to shatter your spirit will be left with no option but to witness your resurgence, free from resentment. This exemplifies emotional intelligence at work, the kind that requires no retort, for your evolution speaks volumes in response. One's movements transform in the embrace of freedom. True freedom lies not in fleeing from others. It lies in the liberation of the version of yourself that once craved their affection. Their affirmation, their applause echoed through the air. Your steps are more delicate. Your speech is more measured. Your essence speaks volumes, rendering any explanation of your identity unnecessary. Your psychological boundaries have been finely honed. Your spiritual discipline has reached new heights, and now you transform into the enigma that others seek to unravel, yet never fully grasp. Your energy transforms the atmosphere of any space. You are impossible to overlook, not due to your volume, but rather your stability. Your centeredness resonates with them. Your self-control, your reluctance to engage in casual conversation, narrow perspectives, or miniature reflections of your essence. You are not impolite. Your attention is unwavering. You are not cold. Your message is unmistakable. You possess a confidence that is not rooted in arrogance. You have embarked on the profound journey of self-exploration that many shy away from. It is that quiet strength that lingers in the memory. The resolution you sought remains elusive. You longed for an apology from them, to take responsibility for their actions, to recognize your value. Yet, the reality is this: seeking closure from someone unable to confront their own truths is a futile endeavor. You found your own resolution the instant you prioritized your tranquility over their ease. Now, they can no longer overlook the void left behind, for you have transformed into something they will never be able to attain once more. A complete individual who no longer relies on others to attain a sense of completeness. Your new identity is one of quiet confidence, no longer pursued. You draw in, yet devoid of any tricks. In all honesty, the essence of your reality. You are no longer present to seek approval. Your purpose is to exist in profound harmony with the essence of your true self. That version of you stands firm in the face of misunderstanding, does not diminish to maintain harmony, doesn't express regret for holding your ground in spaces that previously diminished your presence. This represents your ultimate state: grounded, steadfast, esteemed, unyielding. One does not have to elevate their voice to command strength. There is no necessity to demonstrate your value to those who have never recognized it. Seek not their approval to ascend. Your own decision is all that is required. Allow them to misjudge your potential. Allow them to overlook your presence. Allow them to speak. As they occupy themselves with their skepticism towards you, you transform into the tempest they never anticipated. True confidence speaks softly. Silence envelopes the surroundings. It is meticulously calculated. It is cultivated in solitude and unveiled in the company of others. The world will attempt to shape your identity. It will reveal the person you are meant to become, the manner in which one ought to proceed, how diminutive you must become to find acceptance. Yet, at this moment, the truth is laid bare before you. The most perilous form of confidence arises not from the sound of applause. It emerges from the depths of silence, born from discipline, from the steadfast refusal to yield. Therefore, safeguard your vitality. Hone your intellect. Stride with the confidence of one who possesses a clear destination, unburdened by the need for validation from others. Embrace a bold confidence that compels the world to adapt around you. If this video ignited a spark within you, consider subscribing to Think Stoic 101. We are present each day, guiding you in the training of your mind as a warrior would, transforming silence into strength and pain into power. In this world, victory does not belong to the loudest. It stands as the most unwavering.